city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls. Here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down. Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
From the 45 on second down. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Shedding the tackle. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big time.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 15.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make the change.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Breeze now to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 43-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now back to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Jalen Ferguson. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Third down. 3rd and 14.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Washington, nothing.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier, taken down at the 41.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Kamara with a run on 1st down, but he's fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That one complete to Hill. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 21. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 5. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
3rd down and 5 yards to go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got some space here. Breaks through the contact. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. They'll run on 1st down. Cottrell. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Saints 17, Washington 7.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Kamara. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Breeze. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the
and the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 29-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with it.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw is Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught at the 10. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
But Drew Brees into his 40s now. Doesn't have the strong arm that he once did, but don't tell this defense that right now.
Breeze now. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And this is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Yeah, he'll find Hall, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
First down, Cottrell, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Retains possession.
To throw now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 3. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line.
To number 80.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Breeze. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Fielded in the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Try to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's from sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Throwing now is Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Kamara running on 1st down, but finding nowhere to go as he's bottled up behind the line. And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
On play action, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Washington.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
He's back to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Washington 1st down.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They'll run on 1st down. Cottrell. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
2-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, A lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. On the ground, Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
He's brought down.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. And this one is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. On the counter, here's Kamara. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for Washington, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.